What's up, everybody? Welcome to the return of the Weekly Slither. It's been way too long, you guys. I'm DraketheTruSnake. I'll be your host, and today I want to talk about something that is really interesting because I haven't seen a lot of videos talk about this. There's a lot of people that talk about roller coasters. A lot of people talk about different kind of like thrill rides, but as y'all know me, I'm not a big thrill ride person. So today I figured I would talk about my kind of rides and the ones I like. So these are my top 5 favorite dark rides that I've ever ridden. That was an interesting sentence. Now, there's a few qualifications for this list. Number 1, I'm only going to do one per park because I don't want it to be just, for example, Disney World or just Universal, or just whatever fill in the blank you want to do. I want to cover all the theme parks I've been to and all of the ones that I've remembered, that have stuck with me, that had really cool effects, different things like that. So that's kind of the idea. And also, I'm not going to be doing simulators, which means they're things that people call dark rides, but they're just, you sit in a seat and it doesn't really move. It has motion, but it stays in one place while things on the screen move. I'm talking about the ones that actually move through an environment and actually have, you're part of the story, part of it. That's a lot of parts. Anyway, so on to my list. Number 5 is an oldie but a goodie. This is Yosemite Sam's Gold River Adventure at Six Flags over Texas. This ride is one I grew up riding. This is one of the first dark rides I can remember being on as a kid. It's a really cool ride. It's basically a Wild West boat ride that includes all the Looney Tunes characters like Bugs Bunny, Yosemite Sam, Daffy Duck, Speedy Gonzales. There's a lot of characters in this. And you follow the storyline of Yosemite Sam steals gold, you get deputized as a junior ranger, as a deputy ranger, and then you get to follow along as they hunt for Yosemite Sam. There's gunfights, there's cannons, there's water effects, there's all kind of cool stuff in this ride. The reason it's number 5 though is because, again, it's an older ride. It's a very, the animatronics are kind of stiff. They're not really major effects, but it's a fun family ride. So that's why it's number 5. It's very near and dear to my heart, but it's not one that's very high tech. So it's one that I kind of keep on the low. Number 4, this one actually is a honorable mention and a number 4 because it's no longer around. But this is the Great Movie Ride at Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios. This ride for me was amazing. As you guys know, I'm an actor. I've made movies. We've done different things. So I've always loved movies, and this ride was a really cool way to, you actually ride through famous scenes of movies in every genre and kind of the evolution of film as it went along. It was really cool for its time because there were animatronics of actors in every scene. There was, you went through Alien, you went through Wizard of Oz, you went through all these different things. And it made you really live the movies. You really experienced everything. And they even had characters that showed up and got on the vehicle with you. So that was a cool thing also. If you guys want to see any of the rides I talked about, I'm going to put links in the description to on-ride videos for you guys to check them out. Or you can just search for them on YouTube. I may not put the links, but if they're not down there, search for them. They are all on YouTube. I've looked up them all. So I want to let you guys know that. All right, number 3. Number 3 is another favorite of mine. It's one I make sure I go on every time we go to this park. This is the Haunted Mansion at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom. I know what you're going to say, but Drake, you're at a Disney World park. What's up? These are different parks. The Hollywood Studios and the Magic Kingdom are very different parks. They're under the same company, like the company umbrella, but they're all different parks in Disney World. So that's why they're separate. That's why it qualifies. Now, this ride, I used to not like at all when I was a kid, but as you guys know, I love horror-based things. I love things that are kind of creepy and spooky and kind of fun, and this ride has it all. It starts out as a walkthrough of the mansion, and then once you get on your Doom buggies, yep, that's what they're called, you actually ride through the rest of the mansion, see all the ghosts, see the dining room, all the famous scenes that you know of are there. And there's a lot of things. And in California, what I would love to go on is, at their Haunted Mansion, they actually do a Nightmare Before Christmas between October and I believe in January, all the Christmas season. So if you're in that area, make sure you go check that out. Again, you can find videos of all these online. Number 2, we're getting down to the top 2 now. These are ones that are going to be big deals. So be ready for that. All right, number 2 is at Islands of Adventure at Universal Studios. This is a big one for me because I'm a big dork when it comes to this kind of thing. This is the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. And I know what you're thinking. That's a simulator, isn't it? It's got screens. But you're actually moving through scenes and different things like that. It's not just a stationary ride. You're in your vehicle and it actually moves along with, there are screens involved, but there's also fire effects. There's physical things that you see and do while you're on the ride that make it more interactive. That's why it's included on this list. That's why it's number 2, because it's not just you're riding through the story, you're a part of the story. It actually includes you in what's happening, and I really like that. Last but not least, my number 1 favorite of all time dark ride, and you guys can probably see this coming based on my past vlogs, but it is Fire in the Hole at Silver Dollar City. Yes, this one has some coaster elements, but it has a story, it has some really cool elements to it, it's got history, it's got unexpected things that happen. It's a lot of fun, and it's enough of a thrill to be acceptable for somebody like me who's not really into that kind of stuff, but also for somebody who does like thrill rides and does like that kind of thing. Those drops are actually a fun part of it. Now, if there are any that I may have forgotten that aren't on my list that you guys like, post them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys like to say. And also, give me some input on some other rides or shows that maybe you'd like to hear me talk about on this show. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things, as you guys know. It's getting closer and closer to Halloween season. I'm very excited. I'm going to be talking about that when it gets to that time. And there's a lot of movies and things coming up really soon that I'm really excited about. So I cannot wait for this. I've missed doing this show, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say and how we will continue to expand. So I will talk to you guys next week. Peace out, and remember, peace!